everybody. I am because I want to share with you guys step 3 of the self-love 5 steps, which I have shared, and it is a free downloadable sheet which you can receive. The link is on this video somewhere. I know that there's going to be a few people joining on, and I'm so excited. If you're new, you don't know who I am, you've just stumbled across this and you are just thinking that Valentine's Day is coming up, you know, and it doesn't fill you with joy, and it doesn't make you feel like celebrating love, which is what inspired me to put together this PDF for you. So as I'm going to share with you in a moment, I'm going to share with you a routine which helps me. My latest blog, which I posted out last week, just really gave you a share of an insight as to what I felt like and how low self-esteem I used to have, and how much I kind of really self-loathed. So if you want to check that out, it's over on the website as well. Evening, if you're just joining, my name is Laura Beddoe, and I am a holistic therapist and a self-love and abundance coach. And I wanted to come on this evening to share with you some tools which I use in my personal routine. Now, in the Art of Self-Love downloadable sheet, which the link is on this live feed, so if you are interested in getting a real lovely relationship with yourself, your inner wisdom, your inner guidance system, just going into yourself. If you're new to this, it's a beautiful process, and there's a kind of like welcoming pack that I've put together, and it's completely free. I put it together. It was inspired because I just know that this time of year, when I was single, or if I was in a relationship where I wasn't very happy, I would absolutely dread Valentine's Day. I was thinking, oh God, here we go with the love hearts and relationship storm. And the reason that I felt that way is because I just wasn't really happy in myself. So the only way, and I know it's so cliche, and when I was unhappy and wasn't listening to my inner guidance system, and I wasn't, you know, I didn't like myself, I wasn't in love with the person, my inner being, I would, if somebody said to me, you need to love yourself before anybody else will love you, Laura, I used to think, and now I am preaching it. But it's so true. Unless you develop a understanding of yourself, unless you understand yourself, unless you have self-worth, and you just know yourself, you are never going to find somebody else that loves you, because you'll just take whatever comes along, and that's my personal experience. So that's why I'm so passionate about this, and that's why I've made it my career. It's to help wonderful women who have got so much potential, so much beauty to offer to the world, but they're just shutting out that inner wisdom. That's what my mission is. My mission as a coach is to help women to see their patterns, and whether that's something that's been encoded in you from being a child or something that you've picked up as a young adult. It's to see the patterns. So usually we'll pick up something and we will keep repeating those same cycles until we learn. The universe will keep showing us the same things until we start to see the patterns, okay? So what this does is it enables you to start looking at yourself. Instead of finger at where far to me, a real victim mentality, you need to start looking at yourself. And that's why I don't come in here and I don't start saying how terrible previous relationships were, or, you know, because ultimately I stayed in them. I was the one who stayed there and put up with that. So that's on me. That's on me. And the same for so many other beautiful souls I see all the time, people that I work with, people that I don't, and they love to complain about the situation, but they're not doing anything to help themselves. So this is something that I've put together to help you to start to see. Okay, so if you are somebody that you think, oh my God, this so resonates with me, I'm just so fed up of attracting the same person or the same circumstances, I'm just so lonely and unhappy, check it out. It's completely free. Okay, so it's 21 days and it's 5 steps to start to unravel and to see patterns that you might have. Okay, so the title of this video is my daily routine. So one of the steps within this is to really start to develop a routine which is going to help you. And it's something that I started probably about 3 years ago, and I practice nearly everything on this agenda every day. And if I don't, I notice a real... I notice it in myself. I feel stressed. I feel reactive. I feel... yeah, I don't feel grounded and calm and serene, and I don't come from a place of love. Okay, so this is the routine that I follow. So obviously you can do this in any order that suits you. You don't have to do it in this order. This is what suits me and my life, and it has change from time to time, and sometimes, as I said, there are days when I completely forget to do all of it, but then 2 or 3 days later I always do my gratitude, which I'm going to go into. But if my meditation slips off for a few days because I've been really busy, then I will start to feel it in myself. Somebody will pull out on me in traffic, and I will get that feeling, and I will want to react, is the right word. So if you are looking to be calmer, understand yourself, start to listen to that intuition, these are the steps which I would say try. So step 1 is I wake up in the morning and I go outside for even 2 minutes. So just to open my patio doors. If you haven't got a garden, if you've got a window, I just go and look at the real world for a moment, and just whilst I'm waking up, I get a drink of water, and then I just go and I open my patio doors on my garden, and I just ground myself. I get myself in the universe. That's one of the things that I do every single day. I don't switch on the radio, I don't switch on the TV. I just go outside and I experience the world for a moment. This morning I looked out the window because the weather is awful, isn't it? Strong and powerful though. Yeah, it's really cool driving around in Brighton, where the Healing Rooms is based today. And yeah, so that's one of the things I do every single day. And then I will do at least a 10-minute meditation, and I will either listen, if my mind's very busy, what I find, and I find a lot of my clients that haven't ever really done any meditation, is I do something that's guided, so you can, I offer tapes, so if you want something that's really tailored to you, in the free downloadable sheet, which is linked to this video, there is one that you can download and will enhance the experience, but that is optional and it's $7.99. But also you can find them on YouTube. There's so many guided meditations that you can do, which are brilliant. There's apps like, I think there's Calm, which is fantastic. That's one that I used when I first started out. There's Buddhify, and I'm sure that there's many others. If anybody else if you're watching this and you use an app and you think that it's brilliant, then please write in the comments, because we're a community. I'm sharing, and I'm sure that there are many, many others. Okay, so yeah, a 10-minute meditation. Sometimes I do 20. It depends what's going on that time in my life. Okay, so meditation, and then I will sometimes write down some affirmations, or whilst I'm brushing my teeth, I will just look at myself in the mirror and say my affirmations for the day. And also, if you want to get a downloadable sheet of some great affirmations for confidence, self-love, then write in the comments and I can send you that as just a screenshot, some fantastic ones that can get you started. So an affirmation is something that you say to yourself to enhance something that you are looking to heighten in your life. So maybe if you're somebody that doesn't really think very highly of themselves, then just an affirmation of I am love is a really good affirmation to use. Or think about something that you like about yourself, anything about yourself that you like, about your personality, about your appearance, about the fact that your legs carry you every day, that you can move freely. There's so many things that you can use as an affirmation, and you can really alter them. So if you have a repetitive negative thought, so many women that I work with, generally it runs through their core because of conditioning that they're not good enough. That's the kind of core belief. So if you don't think that you're good enough, a really good affirmation for you is I am enough. I am enough just as I am. I am perfectly imperfect. Perfection does not exist. Okay, so that's another thing that is really fantastic for you to just allow yourself to be who you are. Okay, so affirmations is something that we could do a whole nother video on for hours and hours and hours. So if you want some more support on affirmations, just DM me, or alternatively write in the comments. Even if you're watching on replay, which I'm sure a few people will be. Thank you for the likes. Okay, and then I generally just get on with my day. Throughout the day, I set little reminders on my phone to check in with myself. So I have like little set alarms which say check in. So in that moment when that alarm goes off on my phone, as some of you will or will not know, I am 5 months pregnant. I've got a little bit of heartburn at the moment. So the check-in. So those are just like an alarm that goes off on my phone, and just is a moment for me to just sit and think, how am I feeling now? In this moment. It's just to be present in the moment. So if I'm actually, I catch myself and my mind is just wandering off, I'm thinking about something that's not happened, it's completely in the future, completely daydreaming, or maybe I'm thinking about something that's bothered me, I just allow myself to be in the now. So I just look around me, I look, if I'm driving, obviously I wouldn't be looking at my phone, but if I'm stationary in my car and I check my phone, okay, now's the time to just check in and just say, how am I feeling now? Am I hungry? Do I need the toilet? And I know that sounds really simple, but actually when you're so on the go and you're so in deep within your own head, many of my clients don't do that. They don't have check-ins for themselves because they're constantly thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And it's called what I call the gotta mind. I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to pick up the kids, or putting everyone before yourself. And it is okay for you to think of you. It is so okay for you. And I speak to so many women who they just give and they give and they give to everyone, but they just don't give to themselves. And these little check-ins are just fantastic ways for you to just be in the moment, be in the now, and think about what you need. Because ultimately, if you don't have a full cup, so a full being, happy, and you can't really give to other people. You're half-heartedly giving to them, because if you really give to yourself, you can really give to others, because you've got your full, you can give them your full presence, your full self, if that makes sense. So the check-ins throughout the day, so I have alarms throughout the day, every sort of 2 hours, just to make sure that I'm being mindful. And as you start to do that, I mean, I have alarms on my phone still. I don't really need them anymore. I do regularly check in with myself anyway, but it's a really good thing to have, because you think, oh, have I checked in with myself on those days where everything seems a little bit hectic and everything seems like the world is coming at you rather than you are coming at the world, if that makes sense. So my evening routine then as well, every evening before bed, and this is 100% every day without fail, on the days I feel great, on the days I feel absolutely crap, this is an absolute must for me. Every single day I write 10 things that I am grateful for without fail. And that can be anything. On the days where I really don't feel grateful, I still have something to write, because the attitude of gratitude will always bring you abundance. It is so important in a routine. If you are looking to create a better life for yourself and you're looking to enhance your life, you have to be grateful for what you have now. It's so important that I cannot, as you can tell, this is the one that I cannot stress enough to you. It's an absolute must. The attitude of gratitude, and that is anything about your day, and why as well is fantastic. And there's so many things that you can buy to help you. I have a little notebook that I write mine in, or my fiance for Christmas got me an actual journaling one. And this has like little prompts in it, and there's so many that you can buy. So it's got like little prompts in it. So one of those, if that will help you, put it by your bedside table, and then every single night just write in there. Or if you're somebody that, I do say to all of my clients not to take your phone into the bed. So that's something that I recommend. It's a suggestion from me. But if you're somebody that does take your phone into bed, ideally you should be not going on any devices for at least an hour before you go to sleep, because it's frying your brain. But if you are somebody that is, then there are apps that you can get as well, gratitude apps. There's an actual app called, just looking on my phone now, I think it's just called Gratitude, you know. Yeah, just called Gratitude. It's that one. Yeah. I'll post it in the comments, actually, the picture of it. And that's got prompts as well, so you write on there as well the things that you're grateful for. And I think that's also got a affirmation, so you write your affirmations on there as well. So that's a good app as well that you can download. So that's an absolute must, as I said, the gratitude. But you don't have to do it in this order. I'm just telling you mine so that you can kind of get an idea and a feel of how it can work. And obviously I've got a 15-year-old son, so you know, I'm going to have my baby, so everything's going to change when this baby comes. I know that, I'm not silly, but I'm just going to get the baby into a routine with me. So, you know, I get many people ask me that, how do you do all of this stuff with a small child, like with meditation? And the simple answer is just do the meditation with them there and get them so used to it, so it's very normal. Like my son, he sees me meditate, he sees that, and he doesn't join in with me. But in the morning, sometimes I just sit on the sofa. I don't do a meditation, but I just sit and I just say to him, let's have some quiet time together. Because if it was up to him, he would just come downstairs and he would just turn the telly on straight away. Like, you just need to get into the world a little bit more, mate. Instead of what the world wants to feed your brain constantly. Like, just get grounded in the morning. Like, that's one thing I would say, don't skip. Like, just get a little bit into the world. And your children will see that. Your children will pick this up. And whether they're babies or small children, you know, getting them to join in is just beautiful. And I've seen it. I know hundreds of women that their children join them in meditation, even if they're not fully meditating. They're just sitting and being quiet for a little time. It's quiet time for mummy. It's a great way to put it. And obviously this is going to be a new trial and error thing for me, because I haven't been doing it since my son was little. So we shall see. And I would love your feedback if you start doing this, and to see how your children reacting, or maybe you're somebody that's watching this now live or on replay and you already do it and you already implement it. Just showing others that it is very possible, I think, is going to make it more accessible for others. And then lastly on the routine every day is, well, I've got to be honest, I don't do this every day. And it's writing out I call it stepping into the vortex. And Abraham Hicks says that every day we should step into the vortex. So what that is just stepping into your highest self, stepping into that parallel universe, which is guiding, supporting and nourishing, leading us the way. And I probably do this about 3 times a week, where I write down what I want from life, what I'm really happy with, what's working for me, a bit like journaling, I guess. What's working for me, what I'm trying to attract into my life, what I'm trying to manifest. But as if it's already happened is how I write it.